The ground trembles, not from thunder, but from footsteps. Endless, unyielding footsteps. The sky is black with steam, the ocean boiling beneath the march of hundreds of colossal titans. Entire cities crumble like sand beneath the tide. And at the center of it all, a single boy, his eyes burning with conviction. This is the rumbling, the end of the world. But to understand how we arrived here, we must go back 2,000 years to a girl and a choice that cursed humanity forever.
I know that they wanna do all the shit I've been doing, but they cannot do it. I whip through my city, my gang rolling with me, no time to stop.
Attack on Titan is not just a story about monsters outside the walls. It's about the monsters inside the walls, inside nations, and inside ourselves. Over 10 years of anime, Hajime Isayama's saga shattered expectations with brutal twists, moral dilemmas, and revelations that forced us to question everything we thought we knew. But today, we're not following the order it aired. We're putting the puzzle pieces back in place, starting from the very birth of the Titans, moving through centuries of war, and ending in the final moments that decided the fate of the world. This is the entire story of Attack on Titan, told in true chronological order. Over 2,000 years ago, a nameless slave girl lived under the brutal rule of King Fritz, the ruler of Eldia. Beaten, hunted, and stripped of freedom, she was nothing but a tool. One day, accused of letting pigs escape, Ymir was given freedom, the kind where you run for your life while soldiers hunt you with bows and spears. She fled into the forest, wounded, until she stumbled upon a massive tree with a hollow opening. Inside, she fell into a pool of glowing water and touched something ancient, alien, a strange spine-like organism. The moment it merged with her, Ymir transformed into the very first Titan. King Fritz saw her not as a savior, but as a weapon. For 13 years, she fought his wars, crushed his enemies, and built Eldia into an unstoppable empire. She bore his children, and when she died protecting him from an assassin's spear, he ordered their daughters to eat her body. Her power split into 9 titans, passed down through generations, along with a curse. Any Titan shifter would live only 13 years after inheriting the power. From that day on, Eldia ruled the world through fear, and the blood of Ymir Fritz ruled Eldia. For centuries, the Eldian Empire reigned supreme. With the 9 Titans, they enslaved the Marleyan people, expanded their territory, and crushed every rival. But all empires fall. Around 100 years before our main story, internal conflict and rebellion weakened Eldia. The Marleyans rose up, taking control of 7 Titans. The last king of Eldia, Karl Fritz, saw the endless cycle of hatred and war, and chose to flee. He took his people to a remote island called Paradis, and used the founding Titan to create 3 massive walls, Maria, Rose, and Sheena, made from hardened colossal titans standing shoulder to shoulder. Before sealing himself inside, Fritz made a vow. Anyone who came to attack would be met with the power of the titans in the walls, a rumbling that could flatten the earth. But in truth, he hoped the threat would keep enemies away forever. On the mainland, Marley turned the remaining Eldians into second-class citizens. They lived in internment zones, their every move watched, their very existence blamed for the sins of the past. Some resisted. Among them was Eren Yeager, a doctor who secretly joined the Eldian Restorationists, a group dreaming of overthrowing Marley. He married Dina Fritz, a royal descendant, and they had a son, Zeke. But Zeke betrayed them to Marley's authorities. Grisha was arrested. His comrades turned into pure titans and banished to roam the wilderness outside Paradis. Before it was his turn, a man named Eren Yeager, the current attack titan, saved him, passing on the titan power and a mission: infiltrate the walls, find the founding titan, and restore Eldia. Meanwhile, Marley had their own plan to seize the founding titan. They trained child warriors: Reiner Braun, Berthold Hoover, Annie Leonhardt, and Marcel Galliard. Sent to Paradis, their goal was to infiltrate and capture the founding titan quickly. But disaster struck. Marcel was eaten by Ymir, a mindless titan wandering the island for decades. The mission faltered, so Reiner took command, choosing a direct approach. On that fateful day, the colossal titan appeared over Shiganshina's outer gate. In a single earth-shattering kick, the gate fell. Titans poured in. Panic consumed the district. Amid the chaos, Eren Yeager, Mekasa Ackerman, and Armin Arler fled. But Eren's mother was trapped under rubble. They watched in horror as a smiling titan lifted her into its jaws. That image burned into Eren's soul forever. Reiner, in his armored titan form, smashed through the inner gate of Wall Maria. A third of humanity's territory was lost. 2 years later, Eren, Mekasa, and Armin graduated from the 104th Cadet Corps. Their first posting? Trost District, where the colossal titan returned. In the chaos, Eren was eaten, and then, impossibly, burst out of a titan's stomach as a titan himself. His newfound ability turned the tide of battle, sealing the breach. But it also made him a target for suspicion. Was he humanity's weapon, or its greatest threat? Eren joined the Scout Regiment under Levi Ackerman and Commander Erwin Smith. During an expedition beyond the walls, a mysterious female titan began slaughtering soldiers. Intelligent, fast, and relentless. It was Annie Leonhardt, one of their own. In a desperate fight through the streets of Stohess, Eren defeated her. But she sealed herself in an unbreakable crystal, taking her secrets with her. Not long after, a titan appeared inside Wall Rose. The scouts discovered the horrifying truth: titans were once human. During the chaos, Reiner and Berthold revealed their true identities as the armored and colossal titans, the very enemies who destroyed Shiganshina. They kidnapped Eren, hoping to take him to Marley. The ensuing battle cost many lives, but Eren was rescued. Years later, humanity launched a final mission to retake Wall Maria. They faced Zeke Yeager's Beast Titan, Reiner's Armored Titan, and Berthold's Colossal Titan in one of the bloodiest battles yet. Levi crippled the Beast Titan. Erwin fell leading a suicide charge, and Armin sacrificed himself to take down the Colossal Titan, only to be saved by inheriting Berthold's Titan power. At last, Eren reached his father's basement. Inside, the truth, the world outside the walls, was thriving, and hated them. Marley was the true enemy, and the Titans were their weapons. We shift to Marley, where warrior candidates like Gabi Braun and Falco Grice trained to inherit Titan powers. But before they could act, Eren infiltrated the city of Liberia. At a grand speech by Marley's leader, Willy Tiber, Eren transformed, killing Willy and hundreds more. The Skites joined in, battling the Jaw and Cart Titans. This was no mere strike. It was the start of a war. Eren began acting without the Scouts' approval, working with Zeke on a secret plan. But his methods grew ruthless, alienating Mekasa, Armin, and the others. The plan: use the founding Titan's power to unleash the rumbling and destroy the world outside Paradis, ensuring Eldia's safety forever. In a moment that changed history, Eren broke the vow of the kings and activated the founding Titan. The walls crumbled. Thousands of colossal Titans awoke, marching outward in an unstoppable wave of destruction. Cities burned, nations fell. The death toll climbed into the millions. Eren's voice echoed across the world. He would not stop until every enemy of Paradis was gone. But not everyone agreed. Former enemies united. Mekasa, Armin, Reiner, Annie, Jean, Connie, Peek, and even Marley and soldiers to stop Eren. Their final battle took place atop Eren's massive founding titan form, a nightmarish creature of bone and sinew stretching across the land. Zeke was killed, breaking the founding titan's link. Armin transformed into the colossal titan to buy time. In the end, it was Mekasa who struck the killing blow. With tears in her eyes, she severed Eren's head and whispered goodbye. The titans vanished. Those once cursed returned to human form. But Eren's choice left the world divided. Paradis armed itself for future war, while the outside world feared the cycle would begin again. At its core, Attack on Titan asks, what is freedom? For Eren, it was the ability to choose, even if that choice meant becoming the villain. For others, it was ending the Titan curse. But the cycle of hatred remained, reminding us that peace is fragile, and freedom always comes at a cost. 2,000 years of history, from a slave girl in the forest to the boy who tried to destroy the world. Attack on Titan isn't just a war story, it's a mirror held up to humanity, showing us that our greatest enemies are often born from our own fears. So now I ask you, in the end, whose side were you on? Was Eren a savior, a monster, or something in between? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And as always, Shinzo wo Sasageo.